It's Amanda, and today I'm doing a day in the life of a work-at-home mom. So you're gonna get the real behind-the-scenes stuff. Okay, so this is a day in my real life. So I've just showered, and I'm getting ready to blow dry my hair, and I will be putting on makeup today because I am working. It's a work-at-home mom thing. So I'm not a makeup person, and I'm not gonna do any kind of tutorial. I'm gonna leave that to my daughter. I'm just gonna do like a basic thing just to get by because like I said, I don't like makeup. It's not my thing. But if you have yourself on camera long enough, you get tired of looking at yourself, you know, like this. So Rick's feeding the cats if you hear Lady crying, and I'm gonna tell you the time, 8:51. And you might think that's late, but let me tell you the way that our life works. I think probably around most families, my schedule, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, revolves around my husband's schedule. So he actually works and doesn't get off and get home until about 10:30 at night. So we do an evening Bible study that we do live on our other channel, which if you're interested in joining us, I'll link it down in the description box. So we do it every single night. Every single night we do a live Bible study. And so he gets home at 10:30 and he'll usually, take a second, read the Bible for a little while, kind of get himself in a space to be able to do a Bible study. And we normally start it between 11:30 and 12 o'clock, which means we're not done. Sometimes it's a half hour, sometimes it's an hour because we just kind of go with it. But at the latest, we get done at like 1 o'clock. And so we usually get to bed pretty late. And so I'm really by nature an early bird. If I could, I would go to bed every day no later than like 9 and be up no later than 5. But it just doesn't suit our life right now. So I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day, depending on what time we go to bed. And today we were up late last night, so I got about 7 hours sleep, and I was up at 8 today. So like most of you guys, I will lay in my bed and go through my phone. First thing I probably take, I tell myself no more than a half hour, no more. And even then, usually I'm doing work on my phone. I'm putting people in the Facebook groups, I'm checking all comments, and I'm doing that the first thing when I get up just to make sure nothing has happened that's going crazy. And then I will get up and shower, grab something to eat, and hit the workday hard. So that is the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and blow dry my hair and get the makeup on, grab some breakfast, and then we'll get started. Hair dry. Time for makeup. Okay, makeup is done for the day, and this is pretty much all I'm gonna do. I'm probably not gonna do anything different with my hair because that's just, I'm really not a fussy kind of girl. Like, I just don't, obviously if you watch my videos, I don't do much most of the time. This is about what you get. If I'm trying to, and the only reason I put on makeup is because I'm doing a video for a collaboration, and other people are involved, and so I want to like make sure I do the best I can because I want to make sure that everybody that's there is represented well. So hence the makeup. But sometimes I'll do hair, but today I just don't have time. So I'm hoping this is enough. Anyway, all right, breakfast, and then I've got to get going with my day. I will say this. I try to have the kitchen clean at night, especially if I'm filming in the morning. My husband's making coffee because I want to make sure like the whole kitchen is clean. But this morning, apparently, late last night, somebody decided to make eggs. So, got to clean up a little bit. Mostly clean, but they didn't wipe off the stove. And they left dishes. Bad children. not going to dry the dishes just yet because I'm going to make me and Rick breakfast. So I'm probably just going to have some oatmeal. Y'all know. If you've watched me a while, you know that's like my thing. But I think I am going to make myself some tocino. It's like 47 degrees out. And I think I want a nice hot cup of something. Which if you don't know, I can't drink coffee. But tocino is like this herbal coffee. I'll show you. I keep it in a bag because there's only a little bit left. But here it is. It's the French roast organic. And it's almost like a little tea bag. But it actually tastes really, it's not like exactly like coffee, but it's really, really good. And it has a coffee-like essence, I guess, that it's just nice on a cool day to have something that you enjoy. So see, the ingredients are organic carob, organic barley, organic chicory, organic Ramon seeds, and natural coffee flavor. So it's actually really, I'll put a link in the description box, an affiliate link, if you guys want to check it out. It's kind of expensive for a box. This box was gifted to me, and it was a big box, but I've had this for months. And I just have it every once in a while when the mood strikes me, which now that it's getting to be fall, and you know I want something warm, it's nice. But I'm going to have this morning. 47 degrees. It almost feels like Wisconsin. So this is Rick's breakfast. It's a little ham scramble I just made and used some vegetables we had on hand. He needs 100 grams of protein a day. So I like to start with him with a heavy breakfast just to make sure that he's nice and set up for all the things that he has to do for the day. And let me just say, a lot of you guys, I've heard you in my Frugal Family Food group talk about how you have boys and they seem like they're black holes just from having all the guys in my house. Have you seen all my grown guys? I got a lot of big guys. And feeding them as they were growing and all of that, I know this, that if you start them with a good breakfast and give them a good lunch, then most of the time they're not a black hole of just eating all of the snacks. But if they start their day with like something sugary or cereal or something like that, they're going to be hungry all day long. I don't know what it is, but it just seems like you give them cereal, they're hungry by 10, and they are like ravenous the whole day. So I like to start them off with a protein heavy breakfast and get them nice and charged for the day. Sometimes, like I said, he'll have like a slice of Dave's bread with it. I usually get him a loaf, but we actually just used the last piece yesterday, and it'll last him like a week. So anyway, so that's what Rick's having for breakfast. I'm gonna make myself my oatmeal now. I usually make him his first because it takes him a long time just to get to the table. He's a night owl. So here's my oatmeal, and I put a little too much cream in my morning sunshine mug. Is that not so cute? But I'm gonna drink it because I'm so excited to have it. Time for my breakfast now, and then Rick wants to go work in the garden. Y'all, it is so beautiful this morning. It is ridiculous. So I have my big bowl, my scissors, and I'm gonna go cut the celery out of our garden. It's the last thing that's out there growing. And you'll see that Rick and I have been working on clearing the garden beds so that we can put in the fall things that we want to put in. So I've got to do some amendments to it and stuff. I got to watch my step because being a cool morning, there could be snakes. My hair's in my face. I just want to make sure I'm not stepping on the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so we don't have very much celery and it didn't grow very tall, but you know, we grew it and I'm going to eat it. So here's our celery, and I'm going to go through and take the bad pieces out and any other stuff, and then I'm going to soak it in some vinegar water and clean it real well, and then I'm going to freeze it. And it's really small. Like I said, it didn't grow very large at all, but I'm just going to use it for broth and probably cut it up for seasoning like at Thanksgiving and stuffing and things like that. So we're just not going to let it go to waste. We grew this, so we're going to use it. So I'm going to get to cleaning this out. Gonna let that soak for like a half hour or so, and then that will get all the bugs off and all the dirt, and so that'll be good. Speaking of which, speaking of cleaning with apple cider vinegar, I use this White House organic for when I clean my vegetables from the garden because I got a really good deal on it. But I have the Bragg's organic with the mother, and Rick and I take a tablespoon every day, and we also eat raw garlic every day. Just a side note. We don't chew the raw garlic. We cut it up and then eat that. And then the apple cider vinegar, well, we do the apple cider vinegar in different ways. I just put a tablespoon in a glass with some water and drink it down. Rick probably drinks more than a tablespoon. but anyway, we'll probably do that here in a minute too, since I've got everything out. Okay, so we're doing our apple cider vinegar garlic. Rick's over here doing his. He doesn't want to be on film because he's been out in the garden and he's not ready for film yet. But here's my garlic. It's just 1 clove of garlic that I actually chop up because it's better for it to be chewed, but if you chew it, then you have the breath issue. So I just cut it up and we swallow it like pills, and that's how we do it. And then this is some raw local honey that I don't have very much left in here. It actually came with the comb as well. So anyway, afterwards we'll have that. It's like a little treat, just a little something. So, bottoms up. I didn't show me drinking it, but it's a good thing because I like choked on it. And let me tell you something. There's nothing worse than choking on apple cider vinegar. Oh my word. Okay. The garlic is fine. I actually like the garlic because I like garlic. But choking on vinegar, that'll start your day. Okay, so now that the morning food things are done, I'm going to do these morning dishes, and we should be getting to work here soon. I do want to say, in case you're thinking, because by the way, it's 11 o'clock now. Your day does not start very early. I thought this was a work at home vlog. It is. It's kind of different in that my husband works second shift, and I think anyone who works at home with their family, has done it for a while, knows that you really have to work around your family schedule. When I decided to stay home and quit my job, my outside of the house job, I did it because I wanted to homeschool my children, and so that became my priority. And everything else that I did had to work around that. And now my priority is still the same in that my priority is still my family. And so I try to make sure that my workday goes around them, which frankly is a lot easier for everyone. If I try to get some work done when my husband's here, it's totally not going to happen. And I will frustrate myself and I will frustrate him, and it's just, it's not going to work. I tried it for a long time. I tried to say, you know, I'm going to work from 9 to 5. I'm going to pretend like I have a regular job and do that. But the fact is that there were always appointments, or somebody needed to be driven somewhere, and there were things that were always getting in the way. So what I've learned over the years is just to work with my family schedule and just to be satisfied with that. And I found that even though it's not my preference, because like I said, I'm an early bird naturally. Naturally, I want to go to bed early and get up early and get going with my day and be like on it first thing. But, you know, if I'm doing that and my husband's home and that's his only time off during the day and I'm not seeing him and I'm sitting in a computer, you know, that's not going to help my marriage. If I'm ignoring my children, they're going to be lonely and they're going to be sad. So I'm going to, when they are around, be focused on them. And I think that's the important part of being a work-at-home mom, is just acknowledging the fact that your priority, because you're working from home for a reason, is to focus on the home things. And any kind of working things, you work around the home things. And that'll make everything better. That'll be the only way that you can get the most out of your work and home experience, because you'll have that closeness with your family that you crave. You'll have the home things then that you want to get done. And then the work things, you'll just do what you can when you can. And you'll learn tricks to make the most out of that. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do these dishes and get this celery in the freezer. And then here, like I said, here in a little while, we'll get to work. Dishes are clean. I'm getting ready to put celery in the freezer. So I am sitting here at my computer, which if you see me film any of my live events, this is usually the view that you get. And the first thing I almost always do is check my emails. And honestly, I probably usually check them first thing in the morning, except this morning I did the whole makeup thing. Otherwise, I normally would have checked it the very first thing. Emails are important to me. But I'm going to check them right now. And then as I sat down, after I did the dishes, I remembered that I need to start chicken soup. So I'm going to go do that in just a second. But, you know, I'm just going to check the emails, make sure everything's okay, because it's awfully late in the day to be checking them. And then when that is done, I will go back and make some chicken soup. Like I said, this is the reality of working from home. You have to make your home stuff a priority, and then you can buckle down. To be honest with you, as soon as Rick leaves, by the way, in case you're wondering where my kids are, Brianna's in her room doing her college work, and she handles her own breakfast, and have I ever mentioned to you, she's a great cook? She is. She'll probably make herself something at some point, but who knows when. And then Brian worked late last night, and then this morning he got up and had to go into work early. So Brian handled his own breakfast and lunch. Frankly, I don't even know what he did because he was out the door before we were up. But he may or may not be home for dinner. I have no idea. He's how old is that boy? He's 23 years old. I vaguely know what's going on in his life, but you know, he lives here. But he does a lot of stuff on his own, so you know, and I'm okay with that. But so anyway, so that's where the kids are, and Brianna will definitely be having at least dinner with us, assuming she likes what I make. If not, she'll make herself something different. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to emails, make some soup, and then right about that time, after Rick has some soup, he'll be headed to work, and we'll be working ourselves. Okay, so while I am checking in with you guys, I just got an email from the Genius Bloggers Toolkit. It's on sale this week. So I know my life isn't exciting just yet, but it's kind of nice, I think, that I get to sit home with my family and enjoy family things and not, have you seen me stressed yet? No. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen. But I mean, this is the best I could ever hope for. Honestly, I've worked regular jobs for many years, and just being able to be home and be able to do the things my family needs, spend time with them, go out in the garden, have my husband around, be able to take days off with him. This is literally what I want for my life. And so maybe it's what you want for your life too. Maybe all this time being home with Corona is really, you know, giving you a vision for something that you want to do with your family, and you are thinking about maybe blogging or vlogging or doing some of the things that I do, and you just don't know where to start. So Genius Bloggers Toolkit's on sale this week. Listen, blogging, vlogging, it's not free. I'm not going to tell you it is. But it's not terribly expensive either. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of ladies I know try to stay home and do different sales jobs, like doing a Pampered Chef or essential oils or something. And I've sold essential oils, I've sold Pampered Chef, and I like them both. But I also really like the freedom to just talk about my story and share my story, and I think that that's a lot of fun. But even if you join, like doing Pampered Chef or some kind of essential oils, you know, you have to buy the product, and that's not free either. So blogging usually costs a couple $100, you know, to buy the domain name and to get your web hosting. And if you set up your website yourself, which you can totally do, I set up mine, and I don't have like a super fancy one, but you can do it. It doesn't have to be more than a couple $100s. You know, it just takes your time. And it's good to build it yourself because then you understand how it works. But anyway, Genius Blogger's Toolkit is like, I think it's $99 for the toolkit, which, trust me when I say, if you start looking at blogging as a realistic business for you to do at home, $99 is probably the least expensive thing that you will buy. I'm not even kidding you. Because even the web hosting is probably going to cost you more than that when you pay for it, because you have to pay for it for like a year. But $99, and you get $7,400 worth of materials. That's why I love these ultimate bundles, because you get so many things for very little money. So it's $97, like $2 cheaper. It's $97. And let me tell you, some of the things that they have in here in terms of getting started are really amazing, things that I wish that I had had. When it comes to getting started, they have 100 Ways to Make Money Blogging by Chelsea Clark. It's a $97 e-course right there. That's the whole cost of this. But you have so much more. It's a 28-day blog launch calendar. That's an ebook. They have Mom Blogging Mentor e-course, $47. So that's a really good one. But then there's some other things that I think are really excellent. I remember looking at this one product here, and I'm getting this year myself for sure. There's a whole section on website and tech, and one of them is New Blog Tonight. It's a $197 e-course, and it's a step-by-step video course to help you create a WordPress blog tonight. Let me tell you something. That is the bulk of what you're doing. Trust me, it's going to be a great one. Then they have the WordPress Studio, which, if you don't know, most blogs are built on WordPress, and it takes some time to understand it. And so it's a 30+ mini WordPress video tutorials. That's an e-course that's $147. And then they have Life After Blog Setup, a $97 e-course that learns the ins and outs of everyday maintenance for your blog, which, trust me, this is why I'm actually buying this, because I still don't understand how to maintain my blog, and I don't want to pay somebody to do it. I want to know how to do it. Same thing with the WordPress Studio. I mean, I've been doing WordPress for a while, but I feel like there's a lot that I don't understand. So I want to make sure that I know how to do it better, because again, I don't want to pay other people to do it. I'd rather take the pay the $99 for the Genius Bloggers Toolkit, get all of these materials. What is this? This is $450 worth of materials that I'm getting for $97. So, I mean, there's a whole lot more in here. There's stuff on productivity and organization, social media, SEO and traffic. There's just so much stuff. I'll give you a link down in the description box if you're interested in it, and you can check it out and see if it's something that you might want to do. But you can see all the materials that they have, and trust me, you will definitely get your money's worth out of this. Not to mention, you will make money. This was my very first ultimate bundle that I ever bought, was the Genius Bloggers Toolkit. I think I bought it like 4 or 5 years ago. And I haven't bought it again since, because it took me that long to go through all the materials that I got from that one. And I'm still, like I said, no expert, but I think I'm at the point now that I'm ready to learn a little bit more again, because there's just so much you could possibly learn. But anyway, I love it. I know you'll love it. If this is something you're interested in, making money from home, check it out. That's all I'm saying. I gotta get the soup made, so I gotta finish these emails. Okay, so I have been editing my day in the life video, and it is so long that I decided to split it up and put it in 2 parts. So, because I don't want to show you just the morning stuff and none of the actual work stuff, and I don't want to show you the work stuff without the morning stuff, so you think that my life's all work. So, Day in the Life Part 2 is coming tomorrow. Thank you for watching Part 1. I'll see you guys next time.